Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-September 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, source will be in front of us. That's why I call it a bridge to gap spread. And the way it works, we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some more cards as well with some additional insight. That's where the bridge to gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's the general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, to me this says that you might have actually left the connection behind in the past because you might have felt like it wasn't giving you the level of emotional fulfillment that you were looking for. If we look at the artwork in this deck too, we do see that Seven of the Cups. Well, if I can get it to focus. Seven of the Cups look very similar as far as the heart goes on the design. Of course it won't cooperate, there we go. And then we see this one that's by the masculine energy's head. It looks like it's empty, right? So that could have been the realization you came to, like, okay, this person maybe can't give me the level of emotional fulfillment that I'm seeking, so due to that, he might have left it behind. But what is interesting with this artwork is to think of the Seven Cups being together. Seven of Cups energy could also point to confusion, too. So maybe you thought that was how you were seeing the picture, but it might not have been exactly clear at that time. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Death card. So this is Scorpio energy here. And yeah, this says to me that when you did leave the connection behind, they were thinking that it was final. You know, they didn't think that, oh, maybe Sagittarius is just stepping away to get some space, right? They might have thought that there was some finality to you walking away in the past. And I mean, if we look at the artwork here, it doesn't look like they were necessarily happy with that decision, but it looks like they were at least accepting it. Right. Present energy on your side, we have the Seven of Coins. So this is Taurus energy here, and it could just be saying that through this all, you might just feel like you're on different maturity levels. So for some of you, maybe that's emotional maturity, right? Given that we do see pentacles there, maybe you even feel like financially you guys aren't on the same level with this person. So that could be the drawback that you're having with this connection primarily, is you might just feel like, you know, even if you feel that attraction for them, you just might feel like they're not at the level you need them to be at to be comfortable in the connection. Alright, present energy on their side, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this says that it looks like they would like to actually have a fresh start within this connection between the two of you. So this gives me the impression that at least some decent amount of time most likely has passed for the two of you. And now, with the time passing, looks like now, whereas in the past they were accepting that things were over, now it looks like they at least would like to attempt to get the connection back on track. Alright, future energy on your side, we have love. So this is the equivalent of the Lovers in traditional tarot, which is the major arcana card for Gemini. So yeah, it could just be saying that, well, maybe, for example, during Sagittarius season, which is coming up for you guys in a couple months, maybe you'll have a change of heart around the Gemini full moon. That's certainly a possibility, if not right away, right? So it could just be pointing to a timeline in that regard. But either way, it could just be saying that with time passing, you might actually find yourself being a lot more open to the connection with this person and actually feeling that your love for them is growing. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands usually points to an energy of competition, and with this deck in particular, it always stands out to me that we see masculine energy holding the flowers behind their back, and then we see the multiple feminine energy. So to me, the flowers behind the back represents like they have the intent to give it to one person, right? So to me, that shows that they would ultimately like to be with one person in a committed partnership, but they're not necessarily forthright about that, right? Like these women wouldn't know that just looking at the way he's standing there because they don't see the flowers behind his back. So it could just be one of those things where that might be how they get in their own way at times, where they have the desire for a committed relationship, but then through their actions, it might not be obvious to the outside looking in. And maybe that's part of why you view their maturity level as different than yours. You're like, oh, I don't really know if I could build anything with this person. They seem like they're just more casual, flirtatious, right? So as far as timing goes, maybe somehow you find out that that is really their intent, and that's what changes your mind and makes you more open to the connection. Or if not, if you just end up falling for them anyway, I guess the good news there is that, well, even if it looks this way, it looks like ultimately they would like to settle down. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have Awakening. So this is the equivalent of the Sun in traditional tarot, and we see the angelic figure there. Cupid's name is on the card as well. So yeah, it could just be one of those things saying that maybe you get some signs and synchronicities. Maybe you have a dream or something along those lines that actually gives you some guidance around this connection, and maybe shows you some things that you hadn't previously seen, and then that actually opens you up to the idea of being in this connection with this person. And, as I said that, I thought of the fact that, well, I mean, it's coming up pretty soon, so maybe it's not going to point to this because it might not happen that quickly for some of you. But I was just going to say that we're going to have that full moon eclipse in Pisces coming up in a couple of days. And with that, of course, I feel like it's saying that, given that it's in your fourth house, maybe you could get some insights there because that's a very intuitive placement in the chart. All right, and the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, I mean, in their defense, it looks like this is another thing that supports that, even if they're not truly immature, right? Maybe the way they communicate might give off that impression, because with the Page energy here, we do see the candles. To me, that represents passion, and then if the sword represents communication, we do see the way they're holding it. Doesn't like the smartest way to hold the sword, so it could just be saying that when it comes to expressing their passion, their emotions, right, they might struggle with that a bit. And maybe that's what you're going to come to the realization around too. Maybe you actually see more about their true character and then realize, okay, they really do mean well, but maybe they just struggle a little bit with the communication. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. Just looking for a single card here. I'll take a jumper while I'm shuffling if it comes out, but if not, we'll put the deck down, cut the deck, and pull a card that way. Alright, so we'll put the deck down, and like I said, we'll just cut the deck, pull a card from there. Alright, we'll take this, let me get this out of the way, and next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So same situation, just going to shuffle this, and if we get a jumper, we'll take it, but if not, put the deck down the same way and cut it like we did with the other one. Got one there. Okay, so from the Messages of Love, we have Rejection. It says this rejection is actually divine protection, which is interesting there, right? Because it looks like you were the ones doing the rejecting in the past. And then, like I said here, if anything, maybe you would think that, oh, they don't want to settle down. They just seem like they're flirtatious, but underneath the surface, it looks like they would like a one-to-one connection. So the way I can see this playing out in relation to the spread as a whole, it could just be saying that maybe 3 rejecting them, that might have actually sparked a little bit of growth for them, to actually look at maybe how they were coming across and then what they actually wanted in the process. On your side, I don't see it resonating as much with the cards on the left side, but as the spread as a whole, it seems like that could be most likely how it played out. 3 rejecting them, that could have sparked some growth. And then, like I said, it looks like you actually come to the realization as well that you do have those feelings. From Wisdom Oracle, we have Flexible. There's the artwork, and the number is 19. So let's see if this has the same. All right. The relationship message says, in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. To appear into this card in a reading could also signal that you may have met someone new who may not be your type, but it will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So interesting message there, right? Because reading that message, we can see that almost seems to be the progression there, right? Where it looks like you were dismissive of them in the past and even in the present, but then all of a sudden down the line, it looks like those feelings change and you actually become a lot more open to the connection. So yeah, maybe that's just saying for you guys to just, be a little open and just observe them and give it some time and maybe you'll be surprised. But hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.